Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com here for NTMarkets.com with your Wednesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, we're looking at a daily chart of the ES. Let me zoom in a little bit here because I want to talk about this trend line that we drew. We drew it on the evening recap Monday night, I guess it was, or Sunday night. And we talked about it yesterday morning. Where do we go up to test? We test the trend line. And people that follow me every day know I draw maybe 4 trend lines a year, 5 trend lines a year. I don't get excited about trend lines. You can draw a trend line from pretty much anywhere to anywhere, and you can make it do pretty much anything you want it to do. Kind of like head and shoulders patterns. If you squint your eyes on any chart hard enough, you will find a head and shoulders pattern somewhere, and you will find an inverted head and shoulders pattern. And if it's telling you what you want it to tell you, then it will be the greatest head and shoulders pattern that was ever created in the history of trading. So I'm not a big believer in head and shoulders patterns, and I'm not a huge believer in trend lines. But every once in a while, these things speak out and they tend to work. And, the trend line that was developing from these lower highs really had to be paid attention to on a longer term, on a daily time frame, because it was right where another lower high could occur off of this new low. So now that we've engaged that trend line and turned that trend line back into resistance, I mean, it traded up to 50 yesterday and it died. So anybody that faded that trend line resistance, that was a 19, that was an 18-19 handle trade. So I hope some of you took advantage of that. Today we're still weak. We've made our high up at 42.25. The fact that 43 is holding is significant. I do think we are going to get a little bit of a pop today, either off the open or in the morning. Maybe not up to test 50, but I am expecting the trend line to get tested again. If it does not, and we break through the lows from yesterday, that, if we trade through 1330, then a test of the 25 half from Friday is pretty much sealed. The fact that it's traded back to 42.43 and not through opens up that scenario for today. If we do trade back up to 46, test the trend line once again, and it fails again, there's only so many chances the bulls are going to get to break through that trend line before it effectively does what it did here, which is create a very large down day, and then you'll have to spend some time building back up to get back up and test it again. We are absolutely, completely, and totally in sell rallies mode. I hear a lot of stuff out there from people who are permanently bullish. Those are the same people that will tell you that any 3 handle move in a market is a dip buy. And you know what? They're absolutely right here. I mean, they just look brilliant over here because they're right. Every 3 handle dip is a buy. That is not what is happening over here. We are starting, we did a 38% pullback of the total move here. We came back up to make new highs. We may be in the process of another 38% pullback. Just because it's happening in a little bit, longer time frame doesn't mean we aren't in a pullback within an overall uptrend. People don't want to accept that. They want, half a day down and then we go right back up, and you end up fighting the market that way. We are trading between the middle band and the lower band. That is sell rallies. It is sell rallies all day long. You can be long the rally. I say this every day. You can be long the rally, but you have to have your eyes on the exit door. You have to have your eyes on the exit door until the bulls can get over the green line, the middle band, and close above it. Then we get back up into this area, which is buy dip mode. Remember, below the lower band, buy dips. Above the middle band, buy dips. Between middle band and lower band, you sell rallies. So, we'll see how today's trade goes. It's going to start being all employment all the time as we head into Friday's jobs report, and we'll see where we stand there. Check us out. Follow us on Twitter at Princeton Trader. Check out the website, PrincetonTrader.com. Come take a free trial for the chat room. We were all over the trendline resistance trade yesterday. And I will catch everybody tomorrow morning with another pre-market webcast. Trade them well.